So we're in this project, we've been conducting a wide range of archival research, trying to track the conversations around marriage and slavery. So we've been interested in how these terms have been defined and who defines them. And we're particularly interested in looking at the agendas and motivations that are associated with classifications. So a lot of the documentations that we've been working with in various parts of Africa come from European missionaries, colonial officials, travelers, and the like. And as is kind of now well documented, Europeans have this kind of unique combination of kind of ignorance and arrogance, which means that their classifications of what a marriage look like, how polygamy works, what bride wealth or bride price looks like, all stem from an external position where they don't adequately or properly understand what's going on, and their own kind of ideological and political baggage means that they tend to be kind of very dismissive, and their behavior reflects their own kind of prejudices and arrogance. So archival research in this area, both in relation to slavery and marriage, has this kind of long shadow cast by the documentary evidence that we've kind of been left to work with. So part of what the research involves is carefully kind of excavating the assumptions that are involved in, say, descriptions of native marriage or descriptions of Christian marriage or descriptions of polygamous marriage, because all of these kind of categories were things that created a great deal of anxiety and apprehension amongst Europeans based in Africa. So it's thinking through what motivated them to come to particular classificatory schemes and what consequences followed from that scheme that is crucial to the types of research we want to conduct. So the kind of traces in the archives invariably require kind of careful scrutiny. And part of what we want to do is begin to think about how these forms of classification have changed, because we can see at different time periods, different languages are more popular than others. And we also want to think about how these classificatory schemes eventually make their way into kind of legal processes and practices. So it's clear that at multiple points under colonial rule in Africa, particular expectations regarding what a marriage should be are kind of codified into legislation and practice. And we also know that these things, the descriptions given of these practices don't necessarily capture what people, non-Europeans, Africans, were actually doing. But we still want to look at how these classifications are tied to the way in which law and custom are created and extend and evolve over time.